at the church. Tony, come on up. Share with us what God did miraculously for you.
Person clapping. So the problem that I had, amongst various other problems, was, so for anyone who doesn't know, I'm going through fire school of ministry currently and will be finished next month. And with my plans to go overseas, I needed some linguistic training for that, was the next step. And so after doing all sorts of research into this, there was like one school that actually offers what I'm looking for, and they have their little rules and stuff that I can't take their language classes without having already like 2 years of school in, and my school doesn't count for anything. So I'm like, it's a 4-year process to actually get these classes in, and I was convinced. I was like, there's no way God wants me wasting that money and wasting that time. So I just I kept kind of calling them up, and I got real familiar with their recruiting team, because I was asking them like every week, like, what if I did it this way? What if I do this? Just exploring different ways to try to like get past this. And they're like, no, there's like no options. And I talked to several people, and they were like, the only way that's ever happening is if you have someone like high up kind of, going to bat for you. So eventually, after like calling these people up, and I was just kind of praying about it, like, Lord, make a way. I eventually asked too tough of a question for someone to answer, and they were like, well, I'm gonna put you in an email thread with our director of linguistics. I'm like, oh, that's great. I didn't get the answer I wanted, but I had his email now. So I emailed him back a few weeks later and was like, hey, I don't know if you remember me, but I have special problems, and like, can we do a Zoom call? And he was like, yeah, sure, like, we'll do that tomorrow. I explained my situation to him, and he was just immediately like, oh yeah, there's no point in you doing like 4 years of school, and I'm going to tell you, like, these are the steps you need to take. I'm going to go to bat for you. We're going to get exceptions for you. And he totally, like, set things up now to where I'll be starting in June and just taking my linguistic classes. I'll be able to skip all the other stuff, skipped all kinds of prerequisites and 2 years of schooling. And God just made a way there to, like, just gave me divine favor with this guy that was able to make things happen. And it... so I'm just like praising God that, this isn't me having to wait 4 years to be equipped for what he's called me to. Like, I can realistically do this, by the end of this year now. So he's like really speeding things up on that. So that's my testimony.
To bow down, for every heart to believe, for every voice to cry out, burn like a fire in me, for every tongue to confess that you alone are the King. You are the hope of the earth. For every knee to bow down, for every heart to believe, for every voice to cry out, burn like a fire in me, for every tongue to confess that you alone are the King. You are the hope of the earth.